Boy Scouts America recently announced that they are changing their name to Scouting America. The rebranding move was announced as a small change that helps the brand better align to its values. Since the evolution of this policy, more than 176,000 girls have taken part in the programs, including 6,000 who've earned the Eagle Scout rank. Back in 2017, Scouting America also changed its policies to welcome in transgender youth into its programs. The mission of Scouting America is to prepare young people to make ethical and moral choices over their lifetime by instilling in them the values of the Scout Oath and Law. For reference, the Scout Oath and Law states that a Scout is trustworthy, loyal, helpful, friendly, courteous, kind, obedient, cheerful, thrifty, brave, clean, and reverent. Now, the Scout Oath builds on these principles and expresses that, on my honor, I will do my best to do my duty to God and my country and to obey the Scout Law, to help other people at all times, to keep myself physically strong, mentally awake, and morally straight. In the press release about the rebrand, Scouting America noted that the name change reflects the organization's ongoing commitment to welcome every youth and family in America to experience the benefits of scouting. Roger A. Crone, the president and chief executive officer of the organization, echoed these sentiments in the release of these comments. This will be a simple but very important evolution as we seek to ensure that everyone feels welcome in scouting. I'm Sonia Thompson, an inclusive marketing coach, strategist, and consultant, and I help brands attract and retain a bigger, more diverse, and fiercely loyal customer base. Now, I'm going to walk you through 3 important lessons that I've pulled out from the Scouting America name change that you should embrace as you work to build a brand that is inclusive of the people that you've chosen to serve, regardless of their identity. First lesson, all decisions should be values-led. Now, response to the Scouting America name change has been mixed. Now, while there are some that have been praising the brand, others feel like the organization is failing boys who no longer have a space of their own to be themselves. But with any sort of big decision like this, it is always helpful to look at an organization's mission, vision, and values to better understand the why behind the decisions. The name change for Scouting America is very much in keeping with the organization's values. Nowhere in the organization's mission, oath, or Scouts Law does it say anything about gender. So it makes sense that the brand's name would be gender neutral, so as not to immediately send a signal to someone who is considering becoming a member that this brand isn't for you if they aren't a boy. As you're thinking about making big changes within your organization, especially on your journey towards building an inclusive brand, it is always good practice to connect your actions to your brand's mission, vision, and values. That way, you can stand firm in knowing that your brand has made the right choice, even in the face of naysayers. Dr. Seuss Enterprises did this a few years back. The brand decided to stop publication of 6 classic books after an internal review acknowledged that those books portrayed people from minority communities in ways that are hurtful and wrong. While many people were not happy about this decision, Dr. Seuss Enterprises declared that they made the choice to stay true to their brand mission of supporting all children and families with messages of hope, inspiration, inclusion, and friendship. The second lesson for you to remember is this: name changes are only starting points to belonging. While having a gender-neutral name will eliminate barriers to people who aren't boys from joining Scouting America, that won't be the only factor in whether or not a Scout or their families will feel like they belong with the organization. Scouting America needs to consider the entire experience that they deliver to ensure that they think through and nurture an environment where everyone feels seen, supported, and like they belong. As a brand, even if your intention is to be inclusive and to ensure that everyone that you serve feels seen, supported, and like they belong with you, what matters is how people actually feel. That means that you have to be intentional about ensuring that the customer experiences and the environment that you deliver are primed to work with all the identities that your brand has chosen to serve. It isn't enough to say everyone is welcome. You have to prove it. Retailer Old Navy started leaning more heavily into body inclusivity a couple years back. In doing so, the brand made several changes in the overall experience it delivered to ensure that everyone felt like they belonged during their shopping experience, including customers who needed larger sizes. The brand eliminated the plus size section in stores and on the website to ensure that people didn't feel othered. The brand also did away with charging more for larger sizes. Old Navy also added in mannequins of different sizes to ensure that there was representation on that front as well. And the third lesson I want you to take from this Scouting America name change is that where you start isn't where you have to stay. It's all about evolution. Just because your policies and practices, products and marketing may not have been as inclusive as you would have liked to have been in the past, that doesn't mean that you can't make meaningful progress moving forward. We are all learning and growing. And even though it would be fantastic to have started out from the very beginning being an inclusive brand, consumers do value and support brands who evolve to be inclusive as they learn about the experiences and plight of others who are part of underrepresented and underserved communities. Walmart hasn't always been a brand that has been known to cater to people with sensory processing disorder. But over time, as they listened to feedback from their customers and some of their team members, the brand decided to implement permanently sensory-friendly hours from 8 to 10 a.m. every morning in all their stores across the US and Puerto Rico. Evolution and growth are essential for brands that want to stay relevant. So don't hold too hard on the way we've always done things as a reason why you can't start embracing a new, more inclusive way of operating moving forward. So I'm super curious to know, what are your thoughts on the Boy Scouts name change? Let me know and let's have a chat about it in the comments below. Also, if you like this video, go ahead and give it a like. And if you want more content like this, subscribe to the channel so you can be in the know whenever there's a new video all about inclusive marketing, how to build an inclusive brand, and how other brands are doing to attract a bigger, more diverse, and fiercely loyal customer base. Until next time, remember, everyone deserves to have a place where they belong. Let's use our individual and collective power to ensure more people feel like they do. Thanks so much for listening. Talk to you soon.